Hi friends, TCS. Yes, India's largest IT company and the second largest company in India by market capitalization has come out with its results for the third quarter ending in December, and I am going to talk about all the important highlights of the results. So the results have been extremely strong. They have been much better than expectations. So let me show you all the important highlights. TCS has declared third interim dividend. In every quarter it has been declaring one dividend, and this time the dividend is of 6 rupees per share on the face value of rupees 1 each. That makes it a dividend of 600% on the face value for all of you shareholders. You will get the dividend in your bank account on 3rd of February. But if you want to know by when you should buy the shares, keep watching the video till the end and I'll tell you all the important dates that matter. Let me first take you through some of the important numbers in the audited consolidated statement for the quarter ended 31st December 2020. If you see the revenue, that is over 42,000 crores. All the numbers are in crores. And if you compare it with the previous quarter, which is second quarter, which ended on September 30th, there is a growth of approximately 4.7%. Please do note that in IT industry, comparison of QOQ numbers is far more important, that is over the previous quarter as compared to YOY comparison, that is as compared to the same quarter of the previous year. So we will focus on QOQ comparison. So revenue has gone up to over 42,000 crores, and let me also tell you that the market expectation was around revenue of 41,000 crores, so that numbers are better than expectations. The total income is also higher as compared to both QOQ and YOY basis. If you look at profit before tax, that amount has also come much higher than market expectations and on a QOQ as well as YOY basis at 11,692 crores. And finally, the profit for the period is over 8,700 crores at 8,727, much higher than 7,500 crores in the previous quarter and over 8,100 crores on a YOY basis. Of course, as you all know that the profit payable to the shareholders will be 8,701 crores. This is higher than market expectations of around 8,500 crores. Yes, so it has beaten market estimates by over 200 crores. And look at the dividend. It has declared an interim dividend of 6 rupees. This is over and above the dividend of 12 rupees in the previous quarter, and there was a big buyback also in the previous quarter, whereas in the December quarter of 2019 the dividend was 5 rupees. If you look at all the segments of TCS, the major one of course for most IT companies is BFSI segment, what we call as banking, financial services and insurance, and that has grown very well on a QOQ as well as on a YOY basis. In fact, manufacturing, retail, communication, and others all have grown on a YOY as well as on a QOQ basis. So in the previous quarter, the results which were out on 7th of October, the company had declared a buyback of 16,000 crore rupees at rupees 3,000 per share, which got completed very recently, and the money has also been credited to investors. I had covered the results of second quarter also in detail. If you have not seen the video, do check out the details of the video in the link given above. Let me share with you some of the important highlights from the management commentary given in the press release. The press release very clearly says that strong demand drives TCS growth momentum. The December quarter of 2020 Q3 has been the strongest third quarter of growth for TCS in 9 years. 4.1% constant currency growth on a quarter over quarter basis. I've explained to you in my previous video also that constant currency means no need to convert the currency into dollar or rupee terms. It is considered on the same currency basis. This is much better than expectations of around 3% constant currency growth. And if you look at it in rupee terms, it is 4.7 because of currency conversion benefit. And in US dollar term, it is over 5%. It has reported positive YOY growth for the December quarter. Operating margins are at 26.6%, which is again much higher than expectations, and it has increased by 40 basis points on a quarter over quarter basis. This is because employees have been working from home, but in the previous year, that is December 2019, everyone was going to office. So look at the kind of savings that TCS has brought about. So last year the operating margin was 25%, and this year it has jumped by 1.6% to 26.6%, and the net profit growth has been 7.2% YOY. Attrition, that is the number of people quitting the company voluntarily, has come down to 7.6%. This is the lowest ever attrition number. Look at this, employees are not leaving the IT industry. To show that TCS has been able to retain their employees, and only 7.6% employees in the last 12 months are leaving the company. Look at the number of employees which TCS has, almost 4.7 lakh employees. TCS is one of the largest employers in the private sector in India, and it has added over 15,000 employees in the last 3 months. Moreover, the women in the company are over 36%. That is, over one third of the employees are women. This is a matter of pride for all the women who are working in the IT industry and also in TCS. It has been training its employees in new technologies and on agile methods. The dividend details, the record date is 16, but by when you should buy, I will share it to you in the next few moments. Look at the comments from Rajesh Gopinathan, who is the CEO and MD. He says that the growing demand for core transformation services and strong revenue conversion from earlier deals has driven a powerful momentum, which has helped us overcome seasonal headwinds and post one of our best performances in December quarter. Yes, December quarter is usually a slow quarter because there are many furloughs or holidays in the US and other major markets. In Europe, people are on holidays because of Christmas and New Year. Despite that, they have posted the strongest performance in over 9 years. TCS is optimistic in the market position, and it is stronger than ever before. Plus, it has a very strong order book and deal pipeline. He also goes to add that they are tremendously excited by what lies ahead. This is again very strong commentary from TCS, and this will definitely add fuel to fire over and above the very strong market beating results that the company has declared. Watch out for TCS on Monday. Here I have taken you to the BSE website, and under the corporate actions for TCS, you can see that the X date for the interim dividend payment of 6 rupees is 14th January. This means that you have to buy the shares on or before 13th of January. So effectively on Monday, when the markets open, that will be 11th. So you will have 3 trading sessions, that is on 11th, 12th and 13th, to buy the shares. So if you are interested in getting the dividend, do buy the shares in the next 3 days on or before 13th to be eligible for the dividend. Of course, I am not suggesting that you should buy the shares only for dividend, but in case if you are planning to sell the shares or buy it subsequently, do keep a note of this date, which is 13 January, to be eligible for the dividend payout. Let me also highlight some of the important fundamental attributes of this company to do a fundamental analysis. So if you look at the 52-week high, it is at 3127 and it closed at 3120. This high was made just on Friday itself before the results. The 52-week low is 1500 rupees. That is, the share price has more than doubled either within 52 weeks. And of course, this low was made in the March period when the entire stock markets were falling. The face value, as I told you, is already is 1 rupees. Market cap is over 11.7 crores, which is the second largest market cap company in India after Reliance. If you look at the EPS, that is trailing 12-month EPS, it is around 83 rupees. That's why the PE ratio of over 37.75 makes it quite an expensive share. Of course, TCS has been delivering on all parameters, but if you look at it purely from a PE or even from a price to book basis, the numbers are fairly on the higher side. Therefore, if you go purely by fundamentals, you will have to wait and watch. In my opinion, the prices are fairly valued at this point of time. But of course, because this is a bull market, prices may continue to rise. If you are planning to buy thinking that the price is lower fundamentally, well, then in my opinion, that's definitely not the case. It is more than fairly valued at this point of time. Of course, the ROE is also 37%, which is how the PE also gets justified, considering that it is a zero debt and a zero pledge company and the market leader in the IT industry. So in my opinion, fundamentally it is more than fairly valued at this point of time. Now coming to technicals, as you can see that the prices have consolidated for some time after the previous quarter when the buyback was announced at this point of time, and it remained below 3000 level for a very long time because that was what the buyback price was. But very recently it has given a very big breakout and it is moving higher. Today it is trading around 3120 rupees, and because of the results it is quite possible that the share price may go up further. This is of course from a technical perspective, and you can also see that after the breakout the volumes have actually been going up, especially on the days when prices go up, and when the prices go down the volumes come down very drastically. This goes to show the strength of the share price. So the momentum can take it further higher. So if you're planning to buy it, do keep in mind that you will have to keep a stop loss of around 3000 rupees, because that is where the company conducted its buyback and that is the level from which it gave a breakout. So do keep in mind that if you're planning to buy it to catch the momentum, your stop loss will be 3000 rupees. It is a matter of your choice. How do you whether you want to buy it tomorrow immediately, or you would want to wait for a couple of days and see if the prices come down towards 3000 and then buy again for further upside. Do take your call and consult your advisor. Now let's do the option chain analysis of TCS. This is for the January series. On the call side, the highest open interest is actually at 3100, which is already in the money. But if you ignore that, the next highest open interest is at 3200 strike, which has over 11.3 lakh shares in open interest and has added 2.58 lakh shares. And 100 rupees higher than that, at 3300, you have the highest open interest addition, and it has 9 lakh shares in open interest. In my view, 3200 may turn out to be some bit of resistance for TCS in the near term, and definitely 3300 is something which it won't be able to cross over the next few weeks, possibly in the entire January series and maybe even in February. So keep an eye for 3200. If you have already your positions, do try to book it around 3200. I know there can be some gap up and the price can gap up around 3200 levels, but be very alert at 3200 because of the high open interest position and addition, and definitely don't expect a price beyond 3300. On the put side, 3000 has a fairly strong open interest of 6 lakh shares. In fact, the highest open interest is at 2900, which has added the maximum number of shares in open interest at 2900 strike. But I believe that 3000 will be a very strong support level, as I explained to you in my video also earlier. So definitely if you are looking to sell put options, you can sell the 3000 put option, hedge it by buying a lower strike put. But on the higher side, you can sell 3300 call option, and if you are holding in cash, do try to be very alert around the 3200 level. So that's it from my end, friends. Thank you so much. Have a profitable trading week ahead and all the best for trading in TCS. Thank you. You can reach out to me on Twitter, Insta, LinkedIn, and of course, YouTube.